I thought it was about time that we introduce you guys to all of our friends. They do all have their baby names. So this guy right on the edge over here, that is Flyling. The guy right in the middle, the black one, that's Heartling. They're both drakes. The brown one in the back, that's a hen. Her name is Sproutling. And then I'm trying to look for, there's one with a very distinct gray stripe under her face. I think it's that one. That's Catling. And then this guy right there, he's got some gray spots on his head. That's Hailing. Hale. And then this one and that one. This one is Grayling and that one is Silverling. They're the twins because they look a lot alike, except that this one is a little bit darker. And those are all the Anconas. Now also in here is the Muscovies. They are currently being housed separately. So when we have ducklings in that we incubated, we started incubating them at the same time, but the Muscovies need about another week to incubate than the Anconas do. So they're about a week older than these guys, and almost 2 weeks older than that little bean. So right now, the Anconas are at the point where if I have them inside, I have to change their bedding every other day because they smell terrible and they're gross. They also are, if you can tell, a little more interested in the water than the Scovies are. So they're currently in the garage being housed, and the Scovies are still in the house until they get a little bit bigger. Once I've got 2 little ducklings in there with Peaches Yelena. I think you can maybe see them. Like right under that leaf, there's a little yellow thing moving around. That's one of them. Once those guys are about a month old, oh, there's one running in the background. Peaches is not happy, and Eliza's helping this time too. Once these little guys in here are about a month old, they'll go in with the big crew, and then these guys, all of them, should be old enough to go in there. And they will be in there for about a week, or 2 or 3, you know, whenever I feel like they're comfortable enough. Oh, there's a deer in our yard. Oh my gosh, look guys. Look at that. Do you see that? He does not care that I'm here. Boreas hasn't seen him. He's in the run. He'd be barking. Anyway. Then they'll get moved into the big coop. But this way they get a chance to hear each other and see each other from across the walkway prior to when they have to join. That's netting, by the way. That's not like just a giant spider web. Prior to when they have to join the big ducks. So, now you know the Anconas. This little bean right here, he's my fave. He's a drake. His official name is Scallopling, but I just call him Little Bean, to be honest. He's tentatively Bucky's heir. That little one right there, I think is a girl. If I vent sexed correctly, I might not have, but I think she's a girl. And her name is Plumling. The one behind her should also be a girl, if I vent sexed correctly. And that is Spiderling. And then the little white one right there should also be a girl, and she is Pearling. And then this black boy over here, this drake, should be a drake. I know those 2 are drakes, so I do absolutely know that Bean and this little guy, Lobsterling, I know for sure they're drakes. Those are from Eliza, so that is Eliza and Bucky's children. The other 3 are the ones that I'm not positive. So when you vent sex, you kind of encourage some of the reproductive parts to come out. They're a little shy about it. So it's possible that any of these 3 could be girls, or could be boys, and Bean and Lobster over there, I for sure saw. Oh, they're definitely boys. And that's everybody. Currently, I plan on keeping all of the girls and one of the Ancona boys. If you are on my TikTok, I gave a more in-depth explanation of what's going on with Birch. He has a prolapse prolapsed vent, but it's the male specific. I want this account to be family friendly, so I won't specify what's wrong with him. If you want to know more about it and hear how to treat it, you can hop over onto my TikTok. I did not show anything because TikTok won't let me, obviously. But I explained everything that you do to treat that. Unfortunately, Birch is not doing well. He has an infection. I cannot get medications for that infection because there are no poultry vets near me. So I can't do anything to get him any medications or anything like that. And so I've been giving him OTC antimicrobial supplements, and that's the best I can do right now. We believe the infection has reached up to his belly past the vent. So he probably doesn't have a lot longer left. We may be choosing to put him down so that he doesn't have a long and drawn-out death, if that is what it comes to. So we'll be keeping one of the Ancona drakes. Probably hailing. We're gonna keep. But I would be open to keeping Fly or Heart as well. All of the females, we will for sure be keeping one of the Muscovy drakes. I'm not sure which yet. Tentatively, I'm thinking Little Bean over there we're gonna keep. But as far as Drakely behaviors go, look at him. Lobster right there is being an A+ Drake and is showing a lot of the personality traits about Bucky that I love. He's very protective. Bean is clearly the smallest, and Bean was the last one hatched, and Lobster has, been snuggling him and taking care of him, and the others will be all snuggled in together and resting, and Lobster will be on alert and watching, and Lobster is just showing a lot of the personality traits that I really liked from Bucky. But Little Bean, oh, I just love Bean. So, if I could keep them both, I would. They are brothers, full brothers, both from Eliza. So, they are full brothers, both from Quacky. I gotta get them in soon, they're getting cold. So yeah, they are full brothers, both from Quacky, so I am with both of them continuing the Wanda line. If maybe one of them was from Peaches and Yelena, I would feel more inclined to keep them both, because then I would have a Bucky son and then a Wanda son, or a Wanda grandson, but they are both from Quacky, so we'll see. And we'll see, what happens with the others. If they end up being drakes, that might change my opinion. But even now, I'll try and zoom in a little bit. If you can see, Bean's legs are thick. Especially compared to right next to him. Plum, who's right next to him and is standing on the wrinkle in the pool, is 5 days maybe older than Bean, and you can see how thick Bean's leg is compared to Plum. So even now you can definitely tell that Bean is thick, and kind of the same thing over here with Lobster. It's harder to see, but Lobster just has some thick legs. So not that the others can't be drakes, but I won't be able to tell until they're older. Currently Bean is obviously a drake. He's got that drake sit on his haunches. And Lobster is clearly a drake. And I'm hopeful that the other 3 will be hens, and I'll be keeping all 3 of them. So, anyway, I have to get these guys inside. They're getting chilly. All of their stuff is cleaned and ready to go, so I'm going to go get them warmed up.